As we get older, we're beginning to realize we're having friends that are younger than us that are passing away for various different reasons. And we wanted to do this while we still can. It began as 3 hunts, 3 states in 30 days. And that was the basis of this hunt.
Uh-oh. Oh! What you doing?
We're changing fuel filters on the F-350
In a parking lot.
in a parking lot when we're supposed to be at an elk camp. Always an adventure.
And met up with our good friend Joe Turner, horseman and horse trainer. We met him at the trailhead, and that began our adventure. And we ride back 7 miles to an area we thought would be good. The area we set up in was beautiful. Found a little bench that overlooked the stream in the far side of the mountain and set up camp there. Just picturesque place, something you'd see in a magazine. Joe was new to our group. We're in grizzly country. We've used bear spray before, know how to use it. We got Joe out and practiced with a can of bear spray. Put him in a situation where we had him walk and then we yell bear. And he has to pull his bear spray out, and we want to see him deploy it in a way that we know that he can use it, and he's an asset to all of us. First morning, we ride out 2 miles to a remote basin where we had heard elk the evening before. We could see up above a burned out fire area with blowdown and good forage area we thought where we wanted to be. We were able to ride the horses up a half mile or so before it got too steep. We had to get off the horses and lead them by rope and onto the ridge. We began by making some bugles and pretty quickly got a response back. We set up on the ridge. Bob dropped back 50, 60 yards and began calling. Within about half hour, a bull presents itself down in the meadow. He came up to our calls, walked all the way up this ridge line, kind of meandering, feeding as he came. And we had him within 15 yards. Finally winded us and blew out down the canyon. We thought, wow, that was a great hunt. We decided to let out a few more bugles. As we get a bigger, deeper response, thought, wow, game on again. This time we moved down the ridge to the bottom of the meadow, set up in a spot. Bob begins calling. I do a little cow calling, and fairly quickly we get a bull comes out of the trees. Good bull. He's working his way across the meadow, leisurely, just feeding, and it's quiet in there. You could hear his feet rustling through the leaves as he was coming. He worked his way up to us. He kept looking up towards where we were calling. He couldn't see us. He came up within 40 yards and turned to his right. walked across, presented us a great broadside shot at 25, 30 yards. He slowed down, ran out to about 70 yards, looked back, and tipped over. That was the end of that hunt. We watched him fall. Oh my God, awesome. We sat there, kind of looked at each other, taking in the whole moment.
Second day, Wyoming elk archery. And we called a bull in this morning within 20 yards, and he winded us. Another one was bugling, and we brought him in. We just shot him at 35. We called him, he ran about 30, 40 yards, and we have eyes on him right now. Excited, didn't think this would happen. Great day.
What a great opportunity. First day of the hunt, it all went down way quicker than we thought it was going to. Now, here's the start of all the work. We're down 2 miles from camp and another 1.5 miles up this basin through a bunch of timber and steep ridges. We're gonna have to go back, get our pack boards, get the elk broken down, packed up to the horses, when lo and behold, we look up on the far ridge and we see Joe Turner coming over the top, riding his horse, leading the pack horses down this steep side hill where you're walking and rocks are rolling off the side. It was like seeing an angel.
What's pulling out there, Paulie?
These are some tenderloins. I don't profess to be a butcher, but I think these will clean up very nicely.
September 3rd, we got a bag.
When we got back to camp, started unloading the pack horses, and we looked across the basin.
Right up in there, there's a sow grizzly bear and 2 baby cubs.
The whole time we were keeping an eye on these grizzlies, and we watched them feed across this mountainside for a good 1.5 hours.
Got the special seasoning on here. We're gonna charbroil it a little bit. Nice and tender on the inside.
Get a nice medium rare.
How is it, Paulie?
This is awesome. Today's harvest. These are elk tenderloin.
Little mashed potatoes. There might have been a little whiskey involved too.
Yo, bear! Walking through the river bottom right now, and yesterday this is when we had 3 grizzlies, a sow and 2 cubs that were up on this ridge above us, right back up there, and they came down and dropped over into here. Just walked over some grizzly scat a minute ago, so just trying to make as much noise as we come through here so we don't surprise mom, or even worse, get stuck between one of the cubs or both the cubs and the mom. So we're carrying bear spray.
Getting her done. On our way out September 4th. Great hunt. Great 4 days here in the Wyoming backcountry. And oh, it was gorgeous. Such an epic adventure. Great trip.